You don't find that often. Every discussion from experience, and hopefully within it delivers some deliverance. It's all facts and opinionated, from the West where that real spit originated. Brothers truly trying to save a soul, provoke thoughts so we can really designate a goal. We on that grown man scribble, the ball in our court with command on the dribble. This is something that'll help us show, cause it's something that'll help us grow. We see exactly what the people need. Now welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Welcome to the show, Spitt'n Pollaseedz. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often. Learn to listen when it's grown man talking, cause real spit you don't find that often.
Spitt'n Pollaseedz.
Ladies and gentlemen, Spitt'n Pollaseedz, thank you for tuning in. Thank you for welcoming us into your home, your living room, your car.
Wait. Well, welcome.
Thank you for welcoming. Thank you for welcoming us into
little Dracula,
man.
Welcoming
wherever your car. Well, first off, Irv, you want to address the topic before we get into the weekend review?
You don't know the title, Trevor?
Whenever he don't know it,
he right. Yeah, I learned it.
Do you love her or do you owe her is our topic. That's what's going to be the basis and the premises of today's show. Now we're going to also pass the microphone to Irvin so that he can also be a part of this introduction to this wonderful show. However, he alley-ooped it back to me and there we are. So that's going to be the topic. And we're going to go into the introduction of everyone's week. Please introduce yourselves and let us know how your week is going. Irvin, let's start with you.
My name
brother.
is Irvin. For you, those of you who don't know, they've probably been watching this show for about 3 years now. Yeah, but however, if this is your first episode, my name is EP. Irvin, as he affectionately called me. I had a great week, man. A busy week, but I'm glad to be here, man.
Great.
We got a guest. We got a special guest here today, man. So we that's not Kanoom over there in the seat.
If y'all seen him already.
If y'all seen him already. But welcome, man. What about you, Kev? How was your week?
I can't complain, man. We good, man.
I see you dressed warm.
Yeah, man. You know, when you get older, blood get thinner. So you gotta wear thicker clothes sometimes. You know,
one disadvantage of you losing weight, Kevin, for real. Like I love the fact that you're getting healthy.
Yeah.
You're losing weight and you're looking to live a healthier lifestyle, but you're still in all the clothes in my size.
Well, you know, it's been a long time since I've been here.
Yeah. Well, welcome, man.
High school.
Let me welcome you. Buddy.
So I still got a ways to go.
Hey,
so
man,
I was looking at the sweatshirt. So I was sizing you up, and it's my favorite color too. So
well, we're gonna have to do something about it.
Yeah, so definitely. Yeah. Trev, how you feeling, man? How's your week?
I had a full week.
Go ahead.
It was a robust week. Collecting blessings. Just don't mess with my 3 F's. Finance, freedom,
and family. I've had a good week.
Now his fidelity. Add 4.
I had a pretty good week. I had it was interesting and I accomplished a lot. And I got quite a few unexpected blessings. So one of the things that I often tend to do during conversation is ask a person, which is a good conversation starter, but name 3 unexpected blessings that you received since we last spoke. Since we last seen you. Even those of you that are watching the show now, if you want to call in and leave a message and say, you know what, one of the 3 unexpected blessings that you received this week, we love to see it, review it, and check up on it. Now, we're also going to go to our guest here that we have. He just so happens to be the person that spearheads and is responsible for our engineer. Go ahead and introduce yourself and let us know how your week is going.
Well, my name is Leonard, and
I'm sorry. There you go.
Okay. Yeah, my name is Leonard, and I've had a blessed week. It's been challenging, but still blessed and thankful to God. And
Yeah.
It's been all good. Right. At the end of the day, it's all good.
He almost sound like Trev,
Exactly. We also have another in studio guest. He's not on the camera right now. His name is Rob. He also has a podcast of his own, and he may be interacting and interjecting in the middle of the show. Yeah. But with that being said, let's get on with the show.
Hold on, because they don't see Canoe. You left your boy out.
Go ahead, elaborate. You elaborate.
Well,
Canoe, you don't want to.
Right. You was on the problem with Canoe.
Okay. For those of you that may not have noticed, we are missing an essential. Well, we're missing an important. We're missing one of our favorite. Oh shit. The man with the marriage camouflage, as we all know, and anyway, Canoe is not here. Unfortunately, Canoe is a little bit under the weather. We have had it's been raining this week. Yeah. We've been dealing with a couple of storms, so it could be a urinary. I mean, it could be a yeast. I mean, not yeast.
Long story short, him sick. Get well, brother. Get well, man.
Well, we hope it's not a him infection.
Well, we're still here at Swank, so he is here in essence. Yeah. We're at his place of business, and we want you to know, Canoe, that we appreciate you. We hope you get better.
Yes, sir.
All right.
So, well, let's jump out into the title, Travis.
Do you love her, or
Trevor? I know you. I'm
sorry. Or do you?
Come on.
Do you love her, or do you? Oh, I'm sorry. I got my nose. I just got.
Sorry. You had a brain for it.
But okay. So what is it? So in a relationship, in order to stay with or move forward or continue a relationship, do you move forward because you love her, or do you move forward out of obligation? And what would you say is the difference? And let's break that down.
I would break down. Give us a couple of reasons how you could owe somebody.
Right.
What do you think are some reasons why a person can feel like they owe a person as opposed to staying there for love?
In my opinion, I have 3 different stages of all of reasons. The early, I got it. All right. So earlier on, during the inception of a relationship, one of the reasons why you would stay out of obligation is because I call it kindly consistency. Constant calls, texts, requests, and suggestions of time. They show up to help, and they're friendly. In the midst of, or a little bit later on, let's say roughly about a year, this would be on the other person's behalf, not necessarily yours, but you might be the very one doing these. You have the intimacy. You have personal information, introduction to friends, family, and sex. Then a little bit later on in the relationship, after about a year or 2 or somewhere in between, obligations would be the sexual loyalty, sharing finances, offering levels of assistance, for example, home, car, and more importantly, their heart. So in those different stages, I think those are the reasons for obligations. They're earlier.
Do you love her or do you owe her?
Okay, you asked me to break down obligations or owe her.
I said break down some ways, not that you're obligated. What would be some of the reasons why you would feel like you owe her?
Did she hold you? Did she hold you down while you was in jail?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
That's that. Okay. So that's more of a specified kind of a.
That's why.
Okay. So now holding you down while you're in jail, that would lean more towards the financial aspect of it, but it would probably erase the sexual aspect of it unless you get married.
Emotional too, for sure. Because you ain't meeting no new ones.
Not in there.
So,
I would hope not. I would hope not.
Yeah, you shouldn't. You know what I mean? So it's very much emotional too. Somebody can be there helping you get through it mentally,
right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Or consistently helping your obligations that you had prior to going in.
You're right.
They can be raising your kids. They can be continue to hold your business down. I know somebody who went to jail, man, and his girl actually made his business flourish more that he was in there because she took control of his business, and he got out and he had a brick and mortar where he was working out of his garage before. So it's certain instances like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
can be, heavily. It will help you determine if you're gonna stay or you gonna.
You know what type of person she is and what she did. So
well, you know this. We had the statement, this saying, Trev, and we talked about it, I think, last week. It takes a wise woman to take the foolishness out of man.
Okay.
So, you know what I mean? Sometimes we go through some things in life to where we are disallowed to be in control. And somebody can help us and show us a different way that we respect the person even more.
What do you mean by that?
Say for instance, I was in a relationship, Trev, and I cheated, but she was my friend, right? She was my friend. Yeah, exactly. Well, that was so unlike me. So that one time I seen out of the
say it isn't.
Bruh.
Yeah.
Oh man, I'm disappointed.
You're only going to get this here on this podcast. That's how authentic this podcast is.
You transparent. I see straight through you.
Man, Scotch tape.
Put you
related.
Yeah, and but I say that to say, Trev, and she was my friend. Like she was my friend before I even dated her. And it wasn't until I saw the effect of me getting caught, what it really did to her. Like it broke her down. She was doing things out of her character. She was cussing. She was just like, she was really distraught. And it took her a long time to even come back around. So it was that defining moment where I was like, man, this person, like I felt this low.
Right.
So it made me alter the way I look at relationships and I look at my actions.
Right.
You know what I mean? So I put up with more because I understand like I'm not perfect.
Right.
So you start looking at some of the things and be like, man, certain things aren't that important.
Absolutely.
So in that instance, do you think I owe her or you think I loved her?
I think you made. I would say that you made a mistake.
Man, I like you, man.
I would say that you made a mistake. And you understood it was a mistake even more so after the fact. That's when you knew it was a mistake and you felt convicted.
Yeah.
So at that point, then yeah. So okay. I would have to say you made a mistake because you hurt the heart of a friend.
Absolutely.
So once you do something like that, you weren't with her because you guys weren't friends. You made a mistake with your friend that you ended up getting closer to. So yeah, I would say you made a mistake.
I did. And I don't.
He paid for it. I believe he paid.
Look at this camera, please. And I never cheated again.
Man, honorable. This guy.
So to our guests, man. So to our guests, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you wore your boots because we're going through some bullshit.
What you trying to say, Trey?
Yeah, what are you trying to say, Trey?
And I did that last week, and I apologize. So anyway, back to you. So in what instance, or have you ever stayed with or been in a relationship out of obligation?
Careful with the questions. That's his father, man.
True that.
Oh,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
What,
hey,
right.
What are you doing, man?
Before Junior, before you planted your seed, were there any other seed or fertilizers? Were there any other yards in which you planted on infertile ground out of lust, obligation?
Anybody.
He don't think before he speaks.
Yeah, he don't.
Ladies and gentlemen, our engineer is walking out now, so we're gonna take a break for commercial. He looked at you like, Daddy, you better, bruh. It was no sound effect, nothing, bruh. No applause, nothing. Go ahead, brother. You can be. Anyway, go ahead. Yeah. Do you?
I've had a situation, bro, where I would have to say it was obligation because of a goal I had set for myself, and actually, unfortunately, but fortunately, I guess it was dealing with his mother. Mm-hmm. I had came from a broken home. I didn't want him coming from a broken home, so therefore, I kind of dealt with a lot of things that I probably wouldn't have dealt with because that was my goal to give him what I didn't have. So
man,
I would say that would be out of obligation to some degree.
Yeah. I think a lot of men do that.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think
Most
a lot of men
definitely.
do that.
Yeah.
But also in a relationship, a job, mission, vision, and purpose being fulfilled is a goal. But oftentimes after that goal has been fulfilled and that child has moved out the house, then I believe that's a tendency for couples to break up because they finished that job, mission, vision, or purpose, which was for the child.
Absolutely. I believe there's definitely instances like that. That wasn't my situation with his mom, but yeah, that was, I would say, out of respect for him, I would just say, that was obligated.
Understood. Understand.
Trevor, don't ask him any more questions.
Right.
I do. Just for
the record, thank you for being on the show.
We're talking real stuff.
Keep drinking. Keep drinking.
That's what they want to hear.
Keep drinking. Don't hold back. There's more in the bottle for your ass. So I don't give a shit. He ain't mine.
Hey,
he ain't my son.
he may hear some other shit, man.
He about to hear some more shit.
It's gonna be a quiet ride home.
Part 2.
We got a caller. Yeah. Let's take this call.
We have a caller.
Yeah.
Hello, caller. Please state your name, your question, and comment.
Hey, what's up, y'all? It's Deshaun.
What up,
Ladies and gentlemen, it's Deshaun.
It's your boy. Hey, man, I'm listening, and I want to kind of, before y'all get too far into the show, I want to touch on kind of what Irv was saying to get a better understanding of the dynamic of exactly what he was explaining. Because I'm sitting here discussing it with my wife, and we're listening to the show, and we're just trying to get a better understanding. So, so you explained that, I guess, you cheated on a person who was truly your friend before y'all actually entered into an intimate relationship. Is that correct, Irv?
Yeah, absolutely. You're right.
And when you cheated, now where my wife and I are having the discussion is with the obligation part of the show. The obligation was on you. Did you feel obligated, or did you love her? Is that what you were saying? Like you felt obligated that you had to prove to her that you wanted to make it work, or she was obligated to stay with you because of X, Y, Z, or whatever?
Good question. No, I was obligated to. I did love her, and I wasn't aware of how it really made somebody else feels, and I never saw it, to that degree. So it made me respect relationships a lot more. So it made me a lot more patient, and also I took a lot more in relationships and understood that it was more of a give and take other than just me fulfilling what I wanted to feel at that time. So I was more obligated to be more dedicated in that relationship.
Oh, okay, perfect. And that's, I love that. Okay, cool, man. And then just like my other comment towards the topic this evening, in my honest opinion, I think that obligation, there is an obligation to love when you decide to love someone within a relationship, whether it be a committed relationship, domestically, or marriage. I think that love encompasses obligation, because you're obligated to that commitment, which is, in some kind of form like a contract, right? And I know you all know about contracts.
Mm-hmm.
When the contract is breached, the person who breached the contract is obligated to make things right, whether if they have to, be sued or they have to fix whatever they did wrong.
Yeah.
And so I think when it comes to love, that there are obligations, and you are obligated to make sure, through sickness and health, through death do us part, for better or for worse. And then also too, like you can feel obligated and then not even have the love, because you're a person could be manipulating you to stay with them, which could be because they're supporting you financially, and manipulating you, which could technically obligate you because, now you're financially tied in. So, but I think ultimately the love dynamic does encompass obligation.
I can agree with
to
that.
a lot of extent.
I can agree with that.
Yeah.
Thank you, guys.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you.
Thank
man.
you for the support too.
Yes, sir.
And not to just hang the hat on the word obligation, but I know obligation it has some form of owing, but like you have several people, like a lot of people think that the longer you're in a relationship, or if you're single, that you need to be in a relationship because, man, you're gonna get old one day and you're gonna and you're gonna need somebody to take care of you. That doesn't even necessarily mean, especially nowadays, that person is even gonna take care of you. She might treat you worse in the house because what you did during the time you were healthy.
I think a lot of times when people are in relationships, you have some speed bumps. Things happen, right? But forgiveness is one thing, but reconciliation is another. So a lot of people may have a tendency to say they want to move on, but until you discuss it through effective communication, the reconciliation is the part that repairs, or there's some reparation for the infraction caused, and to try to bring that relation back to the level that it was before the infraction or the mistake. So reconciliation, I think, is essential for a healthy relationship to move forward.
Yeah, forgiveness. All
Absolutely.
that. I know an ultimate case, bro. Like, and this isn't. Some people can't even fathom this. Like, I have a friend that was going through a divorce. Towards the end of his divorce, he got real sick. He was hospitalized. Right. He met a young lady prior to his divorce being final. His then current wife kind of left him when he was on his deathbed. You know what I mean? He was in need of a kidney. Just crazily, the woman that he met prior to even getting sick had the perfect kidney for him and gave him the kidney.
Yeah.
As a person that he was seeing, then became his girlfriend. Not even his wife. He ended up getting back healthy, marrying her. So can you imagine 5 or 10 years down the line, God forbid, it's just hypothetical, that they get into it and the relationship doesn't work.
Right. And she want her kidney back.
you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So
I would want mine.
You wouldn't want that? No, you can't do that. What the hell you mean? If I give you something, I want you to have it.
But you healthy now, so you could be healthy enough to operate with one now. Now, what if I need?
He said that was in the prenup.
Yeah. What if I need?
I get that back.
Yeah, can I? Yeah.
If we break up, just so you know.
So I think it's safe to say that you would kind of owe a little. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. In that case, definitely.
Shout out to them, man. They I ain't even gonna say his name.
Right.
But they're doing very well.
That's good. That's great.
That's a blessing.
Yeah. Now I think I still want my kidney back though.
Boy,
that's a movie though. You know what I mean?
It is. It is definitely
Get my
a
kidney.
movie.
Yeah. Imagine dating, not having her, and then have to date and be like, hey, yeah, baby, I love you. Hey, but what's your blood type?
To make sure.
Let me. What's your 6th love language?
Kidney.
Absolutely.
So in that, right? With relationships, you have the obligation of love. What are you guys' views on reciprocity in a relationship, and how important is that?
You're gonna have to tell me what that means, bro.
Okay, the root word is reciprocate.
Okay.
Right. So in order for there to be a giver, there must be a what?
A receiver,
not a taker.
Okay.
So in reciprocity, with perfect reciprocity, it's an exchange of deeds between two entities.
Okay.
So for example, you have even with the laws of nature, it's a principle. If we just took a deep breath, if you guys want to do this exercise with me, we can. But let's take a deep breath on the count of 3, right? 1, 2, 3. Take another one. Take another one.
Let me let one go.
Nope.
Oh,
just keep taking deep breaths.
Okay.
You can't do it.
You're absolutely correct.
You have to give back in order for this thing to work.
Got you.
So if you're with a person and you're always even giving, if you're giving and giving and giving and giving, it's not going to work because you're going to run out. So with that being said, and a little bit of clarity, I hope it cleared a little bit for you, but what's your guys' view on reciprocity and how important is it in a relationship, especially?
Wait, let's not skip over this. That was good.
Right.
Dr. Phil.
Right.
F-E-E-L.
I'm Dr. Feel Good on the dig. I'm Dr. Feel Good. If you want to feel good, call the number at the bottom of your screen. Takasha also left a message, but we'll get back to that after this. The gentleman answered the question.
You better tread lightly, boy.
What's my view on reciprocity?
In a relationship. How important is it?
I mean, in any relationship, not just a relationship between a man and a woman, wife and husband. It just depends. You got to define what. Some people don't require the same thing given back.
Okay, but
you know what I mean?
Okay, so it's not necessarily giving the same thing back, but actively participating, almost like the Chip and Dale cartoon that we kind of grew up on. But want to see the other person do well.
Yeah,
you want to see the other person.
I know what you mean, but like I wanted to define it that way because a lot of people view reciprocity as if I do this for you, you need to be there financially the same way, or not different dynamics.
Right, fair enough. But how about we say we both stick to our definitive goals and our definitive roles? If we both stick to the definitive goals and the definitive roles, so I know my role is that. Whether it be, let's just say small things, take out the trash, one person cook, the other person's clean, right? No, I know it does, but I'm just saying.
You said stick to, so that I disagree.
Right.
Off the rip.
Okay, so let's just say things are going to change. Things are going to change, right?
Yeah.
But I was just giving an example of.
That's
it's
why,
like, okay, you know what? I'm gonna pick up the slack over here. She had to go to work, so I'll do the dishes, or. You know, things that
that's completely different.
Right.
Now
I'm just giving a small.
Yeah, you started. That's why I'm giving a little more elaborate explanations.
Gotcha.
Dr. Phil.
Good.
Good. Put you forgot the good on there.
Definitely not putting.
I'm not saying good.
not at all.
No.
Because like in relationship, you have stages. You have things. I'm not going to need the same thing I needed 10 years from you than hopefully that I need today or in the next 5 years. So. Just depends, and whoever's better at something, or I mean, it just varies. So many different ways you can look at that.
Yeah, I think give and take is necessary.
Give and take or give and receive.
Give and take.
Give and take.
Go ahead.
Well, good give and receive because take can be considered aggressive.
If I just took your microphone right now,
it doesn't.
Right?
That's excessive though. That's
there's
a lot of people that are.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah,
absolutely.
But there's a lot of people that are, and they do it on the slide.
Right.
So
you can say receive is a bad word too. In your
well, usually in receiving, the person that is giving was willing to and ready to and prepared to give.
Okay.
So I would say to make it, not to be so aggressive if some may take it, to give and to receive, I think it's healthy for the relationship. I think it's a must in order for one to succeed personally.
I'm going to take on this responsibility to take care of you. It's semantics. We can go back and forth with the meaning. So that little look you gave me after you think you won your little verbal point.
I didn't think
yes, you did.
Well, this was not a challenge, my friend. I just gave basic clarity.
I took it as such.
It was just basic clarity. And I'm sorry you took it as such.
Yes, it was smudges. It wasn't as clear as you thought it was.
And Takasha sent in a message that said that so we are supposed to fall for the banana in the tailpipe trick again. Could you please chime in? Please give us a call and let us know or give us some clarity in regards to what you meant by that. All right, Kevin, what is your view and how heavily does reciprocity weigh in your opinion?
I feel it's very important. But just like Irv was saying, to break it down to exactly what do you mean, or in regards of that, to offset, because I feel the same way. If you didn't went and worked all day, say I happen to be home, why I can't go to the store? why and pick up some groceries, why I can't come back home and prepare a meal, why I can't have your bath water ran, why I can't do
fiance,
these things, you know, why I can't.
You hear that, Belinda? You hear that, Belinda? Ain't nobody playing in
rub
here.
you down with your favorite oils and
Oils.
And
Yeah,
I
you know.
do the same for you.
Okay.
Turn off the lights.
right.
Hey.
So I mean, I don't have a problem with that, you know, because I mean, I don't think you look for a return.
Come on, Kevin.
But you stay conscious to watching and seeing, because like you said, some people may not be a giver like that. You know, it's not in them.
I think when both people care enough for the betterment of the relationship, it should show.
It should.
I think it's expected.
Right. I think it's expected and it should show.
If you're in a relationship.
Because I mean, if you look at it, I mean, you think about it, maybe we've been in a relationship where we expected and it never happened. I you know, just like the question you asked was about I stayed a little longer than what I should have, you know. So, you know, to where I was like, you know what, I you know, because we take, as men, we take a lot more, or we deal because of the situation. Depends on the situation, like you said, your son. Mine was the same way, you know. Mine was young. I wanted to try to just make them the vocal part of the relationship. It's not about us. It's about them. So let's try to give them the closest thing to a normal household. But then people want to, you know, feel that, you know, they can get smart, or, you know, people can, you know, act and do whatever how they want to act, when they want to act and all that, to where now is just disrespect.
Yeah, sometimes it's more dysfunctional. The kids
Right.
seeing you act
exactly
in a relationship that way does more trauma to them than you actually leaving.
And I definitely didn't want them to think that this is normal. So I had to exclude myself, you know, and still, you know, it worked. It worked out for us, you know, and I'm saying me and my kids. So
good. I think reciprocity is essential, because in reciprocity during or in a relationship, you won't go through some of those stages that I mentioned before, the early, the middle, and the latter stages, because if both parties are making sure that certain things are taken care of, whether it be with the fulfillment of intimacy, the personal information, the introduction to family and friends, when both parties are doing things like that, then it won't be one-sided, and both people feel as if they owe it to themselves to have a fulfilling relationship, because the other person is doing the same thing to better the relationship, versus it's just coming from one side.
Yeah, that I hear what you're saying. That sounds wonderful. Often in relationships, Trev, not to go against what you're saying, people change.
Right.
Some people grow apart.
Yeah.
Some people get influenced by other things.
Yeah.
And they just out of the blue want to do something different. So you could be doing everything right. The reciprocity. I mean, you're giving and giving and giving, and just like, hey man, why you ain't
right?
Absolutely.
Why you don't feel this? No, you just feel it. You just feel the shift. It's like, what did I do?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we're human beings, and nobody can control it. Nobody can control how long this person is going to feel this way.
Yeah.
So there's no definitive answer, or there's no cookie cutter or boilerplate solution to these.
Right.
You can't just say to just keep doing what you're supposed to do in these roles, because some things just shift at certain times.
I think that's why Valentine's Day, if y'all enjoyed it last week, for those women that are listening and viewing, I think that's why Valentine's Day make men sick. Just letting you know, putting it out there. We don't really necessarily care for Valentine's Day, because primarily we oftentimes don't get
nothing
shit.
Valentine's Day for men is just like Father's Day.
Okay,
You don't
so
get shit.
like that, like prime example. Last week was Valentine's Day, right?
Yeah.
So here it is, Valentine's Day. And a lot of women were expecting some things and some gifts, and or the men to do some things. However, the twist is, men do not like for you to tell them how, when, where to show you love. Especially on a day that's trending for everybody else. Men don't like that. We don't like that. We don't care and don't do it next year. Trust me, women, when I say appreciate those days when he does things just because. We are tired of it. We don't like it. We don't want to stand up to what or be compared to what everybody else is doing. Right. You're special to us. You're not everybody else. So please, ladies and gentlemen, ladies, do not tell us men how, when, where to love you or how to love you, because love is not something that is forced. It is a choice. Allow us to choose to love you. So,
and not just on Valentine's Day, sir.
I agree with 80% of that.
Yeah, absolutely. The other 300 in 64 days. Yeah.
Hey, I approve that message. Right?
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Wholeheartedly, bro.
Yeah.
So with that being said, what would be your definition? Now I would love for some. Okay, we have a comment. Irv, you want to read that?
No.
If people knew the meaning of Valentine's Day, if people knew the meaning of Valentine's Day, they wouldn't celebrate it.
Right.
It's nothing to do with women. Okay. Well, thank you, Janelle.
It has something to do with women because fertility. It has to do with fertility.
Yeah, we didn't celebrate
fertility.
Let me ask you guys this: not will it be love or obligation? What is your definitions of romance? And if you have a viewer that would like to chime in and let us know, what is your definition of romance? Let's start off with Kevin.
Damn.
Because I don't want, because you that way, if we start off with you, you can piggyback off of what nobody said.
I wasn't gonna do that no way.
I know, Kev.
It's a new year.
But still, hey man. What would be your definition of romance?
Definition.
You two think about this in the meantime.
I'm already said, man, when you are romance, you ain't got
to be. Yeah, there you go.
What you talking
about?
Go ahead, kid.
Nigga,
what is your definition of romance? Because the reciprocity didn't happen during Valentine's Day. Can we agree to that?
Well, we didn't celebrate.
But oftentimes for men in general,
you know, I stopped doing that. We stopped doing those type of things. I think that now we celebrate birthdays, each other birthdays.
Okay.
And pretty much that's it. We may do Thanksgiving, we may do New Year's Eve, but other than that, and it just all depends. Our thing is that it can go from anywhere from sitting at home with each other, watching a movie, conversating. So it all depends. I think that's a broad statement. Okay. So, you know, it can go from there to I don't look at romance as financial.
Okay.
I don't do it. It's the two hearts.
Okay.
You know.
Okay. And you. Let's go to you now. You seem to be a certain mindset and experience with the whole situation, considering you have Junior over here.
Well,
what would be your definition of romance?
I think you have to have a mental connection,
right? Yeah,
physical connection, and it's like this look like, you know, you can't get them off your mind type of feel. You know, you're just so happy to see them. You just have this overwhelming just urge to be with them. That'd be the best way I can describe that.
Yeah, it's simple. It's not, like I said, it's not. I mean, just if you know that, like today, I mean, I figured she was in a meeting. Let me text her. Thinking about you. I love you. That could make a person's day. That can change the dynamic of their morning. You know, so it don't always have to be finance. It don't always have to be lavish trips and you know, things like that.
Irvin, let's go to you, brother. What would be your definition of romance?
Like, it's an act. Romance is an act. It's an expression. It's a language. it does nothing for me to give you flowers and you don't like flowers. It's me understanding how to express love and how you can receive it. And it's genuine and it's not really forced or planned. It's just like I'm going out my way to express to you in different ways why and how I love you. It's innate.
Okay.
Thank you for the sound effect, my brother. I'll pay you after the show.
What about you?
Yeah, what's your thoughts on that?
I would say my definition of romance would be a sentimental moment or occurrence shared between two people that equally care for each other.
Exactly.
A sentimental moment or occurrence shared between two people that equally care for each other. If you know the person that you're dealing with, you know how to love them their way. So let's just say you can have a helicopter ride.
Just said that.
Well, didn't we all?
You know, you
There's
gave
so
examples.
many words.
You gave examples.
There's so many words.
If you give somebody a helicopter ride, a card, some chocolate, a horseback ride, that for me and my girl, that ain't gonna work.
No,
It's just not, because let's just say well, no, for you in your situation, if the lady likes flowers, that's fine. However, if go ahead.
Dr. Phil, what I said, brother. No, I'm just playing. We're
going to provide therapy for you right after the show. We got some counselors to meet you. But if you give me a horseback ride, give my girl a horseback ride, and it's that time of the month. That ain't gonna work, right? If this dude he's a major Kobe fan, and you give him a helicopter ride, it's like we gonna have to break up. If you give me a card and I don't even open my mail, that don't make sense.
Not if it's genuine. Not if it's genuine.
But oftentimes for men, we don't even really care to open our mail because we're thinking of it as a bill. We're looking at, I don't want to go through, cut it up, tearing it open.
We don't open up right away.
Right. Yeah. And oftentimes those cards that you give us at the end of it, it's like, I don't even know where to put it. I don't want to throw it away in front of you, but I'm obligated to put it up in the side, in the corner, and heaven forbid you find it in the bathroom trash. It's like, I didn't really want the shit, but thank you for the
You got to put it somewhere.
You know what I mean? It's like,
don't come back. They gonna ask you, hey, where that card I gave you?
Right? Yeah. But romance or something romantic would be, okay, I give you that same card back, with me signing it to and adding to it and giving it back to you. Maybe the next Valentine's Day, like, hey, baby, I held on to this from 5 years ago or whatever. Yeah, I just wanted to show you that I held on to it and meant something.
Depends on your
maybe
girl,
that
buddy.
would be, and it depends on your girl. Exactly.
Don't you believe it?
Yeah, no, but I'm saying it depends on your girl. Like
you got to know.
The cheap bastard.
Right. So in romance, do you feel again? You can feel obligated to do something in return, or because you love them, you want to do something romantic for them because you care.
Me personally, I don't know if you can be romantic unless it's not natural to you. If you're not feeling it, because if you're not feeling it, how do you be romantic? You have to be in. Yeah, I believe to be romantic.
Yeah, or to truly be romantic.
Yeah, you have to be in on it. You have to be. So I don't know if you can fake that.
I agree. Yeah, I agree. But sometimes people have to fake it during Valentine's Day.
Not if you don't celebrate it. Don't celebrate it.
Yeah,
you gotta fake it.
I mean, everybody ain't tough enough. Let's talk about that. Everybody ain't tough enough not to celebrate.
That's real.
What? Break that down. Teach me what you mean.
What do you mean? What?
Yeah. Some people ain't tough enough to not celebrate.
Some people feel very strongly on not celebrating, but they girl really insist that they do what the norm is, so they succumb to that and they do what the norm is, as opposed to having a conversation, an adult conversation of what that means. Let's talk about, and I have this conversation often, like, what does Valentine's even mean? Give me the origin of Valentine's Day. And if you can't even give me the origin of Valentine's, what the hell are we celebrating? And 10 out of 10 people I ask that question can't tell you, well, I just, do you feel loved? Do you feel love? Did you feel love the day before? Did you feel love 3 weeks before that? Then what are we talking about? That's a hard conversation for some people.
Well,
I'm willing to have it.
Yeah.
And you too. I'll teach you how to do it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. You gotta do what?
Have these tough conversations.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. Well, our anniversary is the day before, but that's not why we don't celebrate Valentine's Day. It's just different now. You know, a lot of these holidays just don't do. But I feel that's something that every time we see each other, that's Valentine's, because I should be missing you when I'm not in your presence. So when we see each other, it comes out. We go have lunch, maybe have a drink of a wine or something. We engage in conversation. Is so those type of things to me now is more important than those gifts and years ago, that when we were celebrating Valentine's Day, you know what I mean? It's the quality time that you have and you spend and you share with one another. That's, to me, it covers all that.
And I will say, just really quick before you change this, I will say that if we have a conversation and you really express to me in the right manner, like, look, this just really makes me feel this way, and this and it, man, I'll do what it doesn't matter to me. But if it's going off of if you're going off of what society is doing, and you're forcing a situation that I don't really even feel like, let's break that down. Let's have an adult conversation of what that is. But if I don't mind doing whatever. Right. I don't mind. But let's put things in context. And let's make sure that me giving and you receiving, like, we're on the same page when it comes to that.
Yeah, for sure. If we can we pull up Belinda's previous comment? That was a perfect example just now. Belinda's previous comment of how Belinda and Kevin were on the same page at the exact same moment. Belinda said romance can be time, attention, and acts of thoughtfulness. And if that's something that, like, you just kind of alluded to something like that as she was putting that, or as that came up. And I thought that right there, that continuity, that oneness that you guys shared, even though not in each other's presence, that to me was something that was nice. It's something to reflect on. So I got to give you props, because that she just kind of confirmed some of your views, and that cohesiveness is also very, very important.
Oh, definitely.
So no one will feel obligated and not loved.
Definitely. And it comes with maturity. It comes with understanding your mate, like they say, love language, but being in tune with one another, and then the crazy thing is, we've been kind of feeling, it was something she called me. Oh, look, real quick, last night, I think she was watching a movie, so I said, well, go ahead, watch your movie, just hit me back later. So it was late, but she called and I answered the phone, and she's like, where you sleep? I'm like, nah. I said, you thought I would be, huh? And she started laughing, because I think I may be getting it wrong, but anyway, she was finna joke when I answered the phone, like, damn, I thought you were asleep, but so it's been a lot of that between us here lately,
That's good.
feeling, just like what I was speaking on, and then she was typing it. So it's totally the love is totally different right now than, I think.
Look over here. You see them hearts in his eyes?
Yeah, I did.
Actually, I got cataracts in one eye and glaucoma in the other. But it's different when to me now than it has ever been before.
So, okay, I'm going to ask you guys, how important is oneness to us men, you think? How important is one? We'll start with you. How important is oneness with your mate?
I would say that's very important. First of all, if it's possible, I don't know if you can be just oneness totally, because I think for a successful relationship, I think both parties have to also have an independence, as well as togetherness, to make it work. Personally, so yes, I think you should be in tune as much as possible, I absolutely think that's what you need to succeed. But also both parties need their own space, I feel.
Amen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right, what's your view?
I agree, and I want to piggyback and add to what he said.
Go ahead, add.
It's important to for the oneness to for you to have an understanding that, okay, in order for us to be aligned, we both must understand that we are going to need some time apart,
Right.
and we don't need to lose our independence to be one person. We absolutely need the opposite to happen. And in order for peace to be, you have to be one. If it's off kilter, that's like my peace isn't for sale. So in order for me to be there, like peace is everything, because we're at the age, bro, to where our bodies respond to stress. We get conditions based off of stress. Cancers come because of stress. Our health breaks down. So I can't be in a stressful environment. And that's relationship, that's work, that's whatever. I'm trying to maintain my sanity and be here for a while. So that the oneness is very important. That's a great question.
The fact that you said that, I want to address Kanum not being here. Maybe he's stressed. Maybe he's going through some ailments and some illnesses, and unfortunately, he's not here. But Kanum, if you're stressed, I want you to know that your brother's here at Spitt'n Pollaseedz Wednesday. We care. We hope you. We look forward to. We want. Damn it, Kanum. we miss your presence. But we hope you're not stressing, and we hope that you're still doing well. I want to keep reflecting to my boy Kanum. We'll go to Simone's comment after we finish addressing your perspective on that, Kevin. Oh, were you about to say something?
I just wanted to chime in and say, I believe that in order for relationships, you have to have a you, me, and a we. And if the you or the me, either one of those is messed up, then we is going to be messed up.
I agree.
Yeah.
I agree.
So you have to make sure that you and me
doing
it for the we.
Yeah.
Yeah, doing it for the
Absolutely.
Look out for the we.
I agree.
Okay.
I agree.
Go ahead, Kev. And after Kev, we'll read Simone's
They
comment.
both said it. I mean, I don't think it's a whole lot more you can add to either one, because that's it. That's it.
I would say that a good relationship are two successfully single people. If you're successfully single and you're whole and you're okay and you make you happy, you will bring that to a relationship, and it will add to the cohesiveness of a relationship from my perspective. So I think we're all in unison with where we were.
Or one person can show another person that was unhappy a certain kind of love they never experienced. And that draws things out of them that they didn't even know they had within them, and that makes a successful relationship. Yeah. So it just depends on the dynamics.
Yeah, you definitely want to grow with a person. You know what I mean? Because sometimes us men feel as if they're trying to change us, but in actuality, but it could be a good change or it could be a negative change. Don't try to shape me to be the man that you want me to be. But if you're wanting to add to me and make me better and make me more whole,
there's
then
a difference.
I can roll with that.
Yeah, that's a difference.
That's growth.
Organically, don't force it upon me, because I'm gonna fight you.
Because who you right? No, real shit. Because who I am, that's what you said you accept. So don't Jedi mind trick me.
Yeah.
To where you tell me no, I can deal with it. We can, and then as soon as we do, now I can see the little tricks and shit that you're trying to do.
Some of them meet you with the expectation of changing you, and
definitely.
not just change you for to work you harder.
Right.
I see more potential in you. I'm good where I am. What do you mean? I think
not
you should drive Uber too.
It's not.
We need this. I think you should. Have you ever tried? Look, man, I'm
no
tired.
Shit,
what are you
though.
talking about?
You real talk, bro. Real talk. I'm not saying that is going on in my relationship.
Yeah,
but so what you saying is real. It's true. I mean, who haven't been there? And it's like, look, if I'm accepting you as who you are, I'm not trying to change you. Maybe some of the things that I may suggest to you may be better for you. So think about it. Don't just, well, I'm not even finna weigh in on what this is. You see what I'm saying? It's like you trying to change me, but then you don't want to change.
Oh, that's a twist.
That's a problem.
Twist. That's a twist.
That's a problem.
Okay.
You know, that's a problem because you seeing all these things that, okay, well, you need to do this or you need to do that. But then if I say something, then, oh shit, it's World War III.
Yeah.
No, I'm not finna do that.
Yeah.
No, I ain't. I'm no.
Or
like you can do Uber.
Yeah.
You can do Lyft. Now, I'm not finna do that. I'm not putting them people in my car.
Right.
You know?
You want me out there unsafe?
Yeah. At night? No, do it during the day.
Do it during the day.
Yeah. Do it. Hey, from 12 to 4. We can work it out.
Exactly.
We had a comment from someone. You want to read that, Irv?
No.
Okay, I'll read it. Can we blow up the we had another comment, ladies and gentlemen. Okay.
No, I'm only saying that because I can't see that.
Oh, no worries. Some people work on themselves, so you have to be able to add to the peace, love, and joy they already have and curated in their lives. A light can't rock with a draining energy. I don't understand. A light can't rock with a draining energy. A light can't rock with a drain.
I guess she said that she's feeling the light is going to get
Dim.
dimmed.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's a great comment.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Okay.
working on yourself to
And-
better the future is always a great thing. I welcome that.
Okay. I have another question.
Well, you look at the time, buddy.
Well, he already did the.
Keith will give us more time. His daddy on the show.
Yeah.
That was stupid.
How much time y'all need, man?
On that.
I might have a little hookup. I might have a little hookup.
If Pops is on the show, you got the hookup. Do you have the hookup?
I might have an inside
Hey, let us know if you had the hookup. Hold on, my mic.
He can tell us no, but he can't tell you no.
But here's the thing: he might cut off Pop's mic. He might cut off Pop's mic. We don't know. You might be on some revenge stuff. Like, remember, hey, when you made me quit the football team, never your mic. All right, another question. Now, when do you end an obligation relationship? If you feel like you're obligated to stay in this relationship, when do you end it? When is the right time? And how do you end a relationship that you feel like you're obligated to stay in?
Immediately.
Right.
How?
I agree.
What do you mean how?
Okay, bye. Or hey, we need to talk. How would you?
No,
do
I mean
it?
it's in all honesty, bro. It just depends on the person.
Mhm.
It depends on the person. A lot of people are a lot more tolerable than some.
others.
So how would you, as a gentleman, do it?
Myself, I would have a conversation and I would have to be so fed up that like I don't care about the whatever I was thinking about
ties,
being
the
lonely. No,
ties.
not the ties, being lonely or the things that I think is gonna come. You got to choose you. You got to value you. And once you do that, whatever it's the same thing. You have a love for your child. There's certain things you just gonna dive in and ain't gonna think about the consequences. You have to get that fed up and just you'll make the right decision. You'll know when.
Yeah.
I would say
how would
when
you
you
end it?
I would say when you become so unhappy in your own life, where you see where you have given up your happiness for the rest of your life, or for internally, when you have a right to have happiness in your life too.
Amen.
Once you come to that decision, like, you know, I respect myself more and I deserve to be happy. Once you get there, I think you will know it's time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Kev, how about you?
I think when you are doing Uber, when you're doing Uber, when you're doing Lyft, when home is not your piece no more, and you doing everything, you doing overtime. You telling the boss, if you're working for somebody, like I stay over. When you go in on your days off, when you go in on holidays,
Or when you sitting in the car
in the driveway for man, you done dozed off for several times.
A telltale sign is when a man start rearranging and
Right.
putting carpet in the garage and getting the TV and getting a refrigerator and just setting himself up.
And not giving you a key.
But sometimes you can be in a relationship, and the relationship may not be bad, but you be like, I think it's over. You know what I mean? Because sometimes it ain't bad, but just like
why? Because you owe her.
That's what I'm saying. Out of obligation, it's like
you
why? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is a little bit tougher. It's like, she cool. I ain't mad at her. She ain't really tripping. But she was down with me while I was locked up or whatever. It's like, but
I'm like, when it get to the point, dude, where you're just not happy coming home, when your peace is all gone, then it's time to go. When she go to work, leave. Get your shit. Call your homies. Hey man, can y'all?
Boy. Man, listen.
Hey, when she go on a girls trip.
you.
I'm just
premeditated.
It could be,
that's the best way.
Right? Yeah. No conflict.
Leave a note. And then leave a note.
No, leave a note for
Maybe
what?
when you come back, I'll be gone.
Other than that, you gonna have your clothes spread all out in the yard and everything.
When she turns the lock,
she on the love boat. Bye, baby. I won't be here when you come back.
Mahalo.
This was a pretty good show.
Man.
This was a pretty good show. I enjoyed it. And we enjoyed you being here. And we also enjoyed Rob, our in-house guest.
But look out for that hookup, though. Okay, thank you.
We should have got 15 more minutes. We should have got 15 more free minutes.
On that note, come back anytime, man. For real.
Yeah, definitely. I hope you enjoyed the show.
Yeah.
Hope you enjoyed us, man. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Come back. Bullshit. Do we get extra time, Keith? Because if not, you can leave now. You can take your headphones and drop your mic, homie. I don't know you that good. You ain't my son. Shit. If we don't get charged for this shit, you can get up now. Give a shit.
Yeah. Good show, bro.
Irv, you want to introduce us to next week's show?
Next week's show is Infidelity Uncovered. Infidelity Uncovered. Who cheats? Who cheats more?
Or who cheats better?
Let's talk about it. Like, I don't advise that any of you cheat. Like I told you, I spent my time there, and I wouldn't advise that you do it. God is good.
Yes, all the time.
Yes.
All right.
That it was that sound right there.
Yeah.
That let me down. Yeah.
Definitely. Man, we love that you guys tuned in. Thank you for the support. Please continue to share. Tell a friend. Tell a stranger. We here every Spitt'n Pollaseedz
day
evening. So Canoe, help you feel better.
But you still need to pay the engineer.
Yeah.
So here we are now.
Yeah, for real.
Ladies and gentlemen, we've come to the real spit portion of the show right before the closing of the show. We really enjoyed you listening. We talked tonight about, do you owe the person or do you love the person? Now, here's the thing. One of the things that we all have to understand is, are we going to fulfill a specific job, mission, vision, and purpose? If we're going to do that as a collective, we also have to understand that does the person or the woman that we're dealing with have the capability, the ability, the mental fortitude, the desire, and the love to help us fulfill the job, mission, vision, and purpose? Does she have the mental fortitude to help us do that? And if we still find her gorgeous? Those are some of the things and some of the qualities that are essential for men to move forward in a relationship. So instead of changing us or shaping us, maybe sometimes we also need to do some work on ourselves. If that's the man that you believe that you deserve to be with, that's fine. But however, we also have to reflect and look at ourselves, and we have to be whole when we move into a relationship. In that way, we also have to, with that being said, we also have to be loyal to ourselves. I don't want to be with someone out of obligation. No one wants to be with anyone out of obligation, but out of love and standing on truth and love and moving forward with effective communication. That would allow us to have an awesome relationship, but the foundation being a friendship can also help us grow and see each other's perspective. The last thing is having the sweet over the sour. Oftentimes we want to have the good times override the sour times so that we can move forward. Until next week, we appreciate you viewing in, and we'll see you next Spitt'n Pollaseedz Day.
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah.